So, good evening to all of you. I hope you people are fine and taking care of your health. And I got a much needed break and I took the classes of the CS Institute also, and everything went well. And now it's time, your time to that I'll work upon you for the next 30 days so that we can finish our syllabus in style and we can proceed. So, today is our GST lecture number 26. GST lecture number 26, and today we are going to start with the chapter of return. We are going to start with the chapter of return and finish up all the theoretical chapters, and from next week we are going to start with the customs, which will I'll take 3 or 2 maximum 4 classes, then I'll start with the DT portion. So your custom book and the custom question bank will be reaching with to you very fast. So GST lecture number 26, furnishing of returns. We have done registrations. Yes, guys, we have done registration. We have done who is liable to get himself registered. We have done how to claim ITC, what is supply, and many things we have learned. As you know, getting good marks is dependent upon your memory, is also dependent upon the things which you retain. So it's very important now for the next 2 months you are doing is to retain things so that if in the exam, if the question comes, you can recall from which section it is coming. So returns is from section 37 to section 47. And rules, yes, along with the sections, you need to study the rules for filing the returns. I'll not go overly in depth of exact everything, but we should know what kind of returns and which kind of form numbers are there, what is annual return, final return, and everything. So guys, yes, this is the practical position which I'll also teach you. Rule 59 to rule 82. Yes, rule 59 to rule 82 are the returns. 59 रूल से लेकर 82 रूल तक आपको पढ़ने हैं, जिसके अंदर हम डिफरेंट फॉर्म्स की बात करेंगे. आइए जी, रूल 59 टू रूल 82. रूल 59 टू रूल 82. तो पहले सेक्शन पे आइए, प्लीज कम ऑन द फर्स्ट सेक्शन. जैसे सेक्शन, हाँ जी, रूल 59 to rule 82. Section 37 to 47, furnishing of details of outward supply. Section 37 tells you to file return of outward supply. Outward supply means your supply, your sales की return. This is sales return. If you supply goods in a particular month, you need to disclose what is the invoice number, to whom you have sold, all the details. Yes, so this is your outward supplies. So a supplier who makes outward supplies issues the invoice. All the details of the invoices, yes, are uploaded on the GSTN website. Yes, all the information. We don't scan the copy of the invoice and upload on the portal. We only upload the details of the invoices. So you once, for example, on the 1st of April, acha, let me just confirm with you regarding any technological. Are you able to see here and whatever it is, it's fine?
Yes, sir.
Sir, fine, sir. Manisha is waiting to log in, sir.
Acha, Manisha is waiting to log in. Thank you, Ji. So guys, 1421, on 1421, we Yummy supplied certain goods to certain person. I will issue an invoice. The name of the person, if he is a registered person, I'll also have his GSTIN number, the description of the goods, the rate of GST, all the things will be on the invoice. Then on the same day or on the second four, on the third four, I can upload the details of the invoices on the portal. Yes. And then, yes, I can correct the invoices if maybe some wrong information was entered. Till the time I file my sales return, all the details which I've uploaded of my invoices, I can correct, I can delete, I can recorrect, I can redelete. So what two things I need to do as a supplier? One, all the invoices which I'm issuing, the debit note, the credit notes, all the details are given in this return GSTR1. See, every registered person other than ISD, input service distributor, is not liable to file GSTR1. NRTP is again not liable to file GSTR1. NRTP is not liable. So you have to remember this only. In the exam, this might come. Who is liable to file GSTR1 return? X was this person. Is he liable to file? So stick to basics. That is the only mantra for examination success. Person paying tax under 10. These are the composition dealers. Composition dealers. Composition dealers are not required to file GSTR1. That is outward supply return. 51 TDS persons, that government department who are supposed to deduct TDS, and 52 is TCS. Apart from this 5%, remember ISD, that was the office of the provider of services. NRTP 10, 51 and 52. Is a CTP, casual taxable person, liable to file return under section 37(1)? My question is this.
Yes, he's liable.
Yes, he's liable. Yes, because he is not expressly stopped here. So casual taxable person will file GSTR1, that is his sales return. But NRTP, who is a non-resident coming from a foreign country to sell goods in India on a temporary basis, will not file GSTR1. A CTP will file. So examination, this kind of small question, and we try to learn very big complex things. Shall furnish electronically a prescribed return in form GSTR1, which has to be filed on or before 10th of the next month. On or before 10th of the next month. Yes, the GSTR1 is to be filed by except 5 persons on or before 10th of the next month. So for the April month, this is the theoretical position. April 20, they have to file the GSTR on or before 10th, by the 10th of May 20. 10th of May 20. 10th of May 20. Yes. And once you file the returns are auto-populated in form GSTR2A, and it is sent, sent to the recipient. Because the recipient wants to claim ITC, he might have claimed the ITC on provisional basis. He will also come to know. For example, I sold goods to Rajendran and issued an invoice to him. Now I will file GSTR1 and I'll show Rajendran's as the purchaser. Rajendran also purchased goods from Vanita and also purchased goods from Vinod, from Rajeshwari and all the other students. All of them, yes, we will file GSTR1 showing Rajendran as the purchaser. Now on all India basis, he might have purchased goods from 10,000 suppliers. All of them will file GSTR1 and automatically he will be getting communication in GSTR2A that this is the amount of purchases you have done. In case he feels maybe I didn't upload my invoice, so he will not get the invoice, then he has the option of correcting it and again uploading it. So all the things, I'm not going to do complex details. First understand the logic. 5 persons are not required to file the sales return under GSTR1 and the other persons are required to file GSTR1, and that has to be filed by the 10th. And the details of the sales, that means the purchases of the other person, it's supply for me, purchases for the other person will be informed in GSTR2A. Yes. Now don't go into the details. Secondly, now yes, the legal position, the practical position I'm not telling you right now. I'm just telling you the theoretical position. Once we understand the theoretical position, or we can make a chart also, that will be really helpful for us. Once understand it, then we'll make a chart. Now secondly, the buyer, yes, will file a purchase return which has not been discontinued, but as per the concept, the inward supplies, Rajendran has purchased goods from me, Rajendran has purchased from Vanita, Rajendran has purchased goods from Rajeshwari. This is purchase return. This is purchase return. And this purchase return, yes, shall be filed in GSTR2. Shall be filed in GSTR2. And who shall file a purchase return? Again, except 5 persons. Except 5%. ISD, NRTP, Compo, TDS and TCS. And that has to be filed from the 10th day, but not before but on or before 15th. So after the 10th day, 11th to 15th. So by the 10th of the next month, the sales return will be filed, and by the 11th to the 15th of the month, that was the original intention of the government, inward return will be filed in GSTR 2. GSTR 2, yes. And then under section, yes, my dear friends, under section 39, a consolidated monthly return will be filed in GSTR 3. GSTR 3. That will be a consolidated monthly return where your purchases, your sales, you will correlate your output tax, your input tax, tax payable. This will be a total sale purchase return of a single person. Again, 5 persons, ISD, NRTP, Compo, TDS and TCS, they are not liable to file. So CTP will file 1, 2, 3, both 1, 2, 3 as per the legal concept which was introduced. But now, what is the practical position? We'll listen to it after some time. So, and this will be filed by the 20th. Yes, this will be filed by the 20th of the month. So, but now the government has says within such time as may be prescribed. Now the government says for GSTR 3, the time limit will be as prescribed. Ultimately, it was up to the 20th of the next month, GSTR 3. So GSTR 1, my dear friends, is a what do you call sales return to be filed by except 5%. GSTR 2 is a purchase return which has to be filed from 11 to 15, and the monthly return which shows your purchases and sales, yes, and that has to be filed by the 20th of the next month. But now the timing is as prescribed. Now timing is as prescribed. First, let's understand in a simple manner. 1, 2, 3 returns except 5 persons. Hanji. Then quarterly return by composite dealer. Yes, the composite dealer was supposed to be paying taxes quarterly by the 18th of the next quarter, and similarly his return is GSTR 4. GSTR 4 by the 18th of the end of such quarter. So for example, from April to June, he will file return by the yes, my dear friends, 18th of July. 18th of July. Yes, 18th of July. Yes, just a second, guys. April to June by the 18th of July. Yes, my dear friends, by 18th of July. हाँ जी, और इसकी जो रिटर्न है GSTR 4. GSTR 4. Yes. हाँ जी. Persons liable to deduct tax, that is the government departments and all, na government, yes, they will file return of deduction of tax under section 51. Yes, and that is ITR, I suppose 7. We need to check it out. Just a second, guys. Just a second, guys. पीछे रूल्स में भी ये आपको मिल जाएगा. Yes, just a second, guys. हाँ, ये एक बार हम चेक कर लेते हैं. TDS की रिटर्न जो है ना, I don't remember the exact numbers. Just a second, guys. इसके अंदर हमें मिल जाएंगे. पीछे रूल्स भी मैं आपको बताऊंगा. उसके बाद एक टेबल बना लेंगे. हाँ जी, एक सेकेंड जी, एक सेकेंड. ये रहा जी. इन GSTR 5 NRTP की है. लिख लेना एक बार जरा ऑन अ रफ पेज, लिख लीजिए प्लीज. NRTP GSTR 5 एक बार रफ में कहीं लिख लीजिए. जब मैं पूछूंगा तो आप मुझे बता दीजिएगा. ISD GSTR 6 लिख लीजिए आप. ISD GSTR. TDS, हाँ, TCS TDS GSTR 7. TDS GSTR 7. TCS GSTR 8. yes, TDS GSTR तो 1 2 3 4 हो गई. 5 6 7 8. हाँ, एंड जस्ट अ सेकेंड गाइस, एक बार आप लिख लीजिएगा फॉर्म से निकाल के. सो जस्ट अ सेकेंड, क्योंकि अब 3 की जगह 3 भी आ गई है, वो सब भी बतानी है आपको. तो एक बार हमारा टेबल बन जाएगा. सो इट विल बी इजी फॉर अस. जस्ट अ सेकेंड. GSTR 9 और 10
आंसर अगर आपको मिले तो लेट मी नो. Just find out for me GSTR 8 ET.
GSTR 9 annual return.
हाँ 8 तो ये रहा जी. 8 is for e-commerce operator. GSTR 8 is for e-commerce operator. प्लीज नोट कर लीजिए कहीं ना कहीं, उसको भी हम लिखेंगे GSTR 8. हाँ जी GSTR 9 मिल गई आपको.
Annual return.
हाँ GSTR 9 is the annual return. Yes, ये here it is. GSTR 9 is the annual return. Composite dealer shall file the annual return in GSTR 9A. GSTR 9A composite dealer annual return. Yes. क्वार्टरली रिटर्न GSTR 4. अभी एक चार्ट बना लेते हैं और फिर प्रैक्टिकल पोजीशन का भी एक चार्ट बना लेते हैं, सो आपको याद रहेगा. तो GSTR 9 एनुअल रिटर्न, GSTR 9 for composition dealer 9A. All things are given in the rules. You need not go anywhere. If you caught somewhere, go to the rules. E-commerce operator who is required to collect tax at 452 shall furnish the annual statement in GSTR 9B. 9B. E-commerce operator, ECO. It is not for TDS. TDS, they did not file the annual return, or they will file, yes. They will not file the annual return because the annual return of 9 is except for ISD, not for composition dealer 9, not for 51 52, not for even not for casual taxable person. We'll write down all the small things अभी. हाँ जी. और 9C क्या है, जिसकी वो ऑडिट होती है, they need to file, yes, copy of the audited financial accounts and a reconciliation
statement in form GSTR 9C. 9C, write down. Reconciliation statement 9C for audit people. GSTR 10 एक रफ में कहीं लिख लीजिएगा, अभी मैं आपको लिखवाऊंगा. दैट इज फॉर फाइनल रिटर्न. फाइनल रिटर्न. फाइनल रिटर्न. एंड GSTR 11, yes my dear friends, for those people who are allotted unique identity number. These are the diplomats, embassies, consulates, yes, international organization. So now what we'll do is we'll make a table. Yes guys, we'll make a table. एक बार GST 11 लिख लीजिएगा, यूनिक आइडेंटिटी नंबर. आइए एक बार कॉपी कर लिए, यहां तक लिख लिया.
have you copied it?
Yes, sir.
चलो guys,
Now let's understand one by one again, and then we'll make a chart. The practical position as well as the theoretical position. Acha, not many questions are being asked. I checked it out. Not many questions are being asked, but we'll do such things so that even if the question can come, we are able to match it and we are able to give the answer. So now, yeah, here it is. We were on the sections. So which
form they will use the TDS deductor to file their monthly return? GSTR TDS deductor 7. Very good. GSTR 7. The date is 10th of the next month. Acha, the ISDA will file the return in GSTR 6, and he has to file the return by the 13th of the next month. By the 13th of the next month. NRTP will file the return in GSTR 5. GSTR 5. The annual return, the monthly return, sorry, 20 days after the end of the calendar month.
yes, or 7 days from the last day of registration. Yes, and the time limit can be extended by the commissioner in writing. No issues. Time limit can be extended. Yes, we'll do this also. Acha, next is first return. This first return has to be filed between the date you became liable for registration and the registration was granted. That was 6 or 7 days now, if you remember, and you have to file the revised invoices also. So this is the first return. And if they have specified some form for it, first return after grant of registration, they are not specifying a form for it, but we'll do it, don't worry. And the next is your annual returns and the final returns. Just a second guys. Yeah, annual return is to be filed in GSTR 9. Annual return is not to be filed by ISD, not to be filed by the TDS deductor, TCS deductor under 9. They might file under different sections. CTP is not liable to file annual return. So CTP was liable to file GSTR 1, 2, 3, but not the annual return. And NRTP. What was GSTR 9A? GSTR 9A?
Composition dealer.
Composition dealer annual return.
Composition dealer.
Very good. GSTR 9B,
ECO annual statement.
ECO key annual statement. Yes. And acha, if what are the monthly returns of ECO? That is wo.
GSTR.
And annual is this. And GSTR 9C, that is for the audit persons. हाँ, yes, consideration.
And they have to file the annual report in this. Very good, very good. Acha, this was this. The here it was na. This was the audit people 9C. Every establishment records got audited 35.5 along with the copy of the audited financial statement, reconciliation statement. This is GSTR 9C. The final return in GSTR 10. Final return GSTR 10. Here it is. So your registration has been cancelled. The last return. This is the last return, not the annual return, last return. And where is GSTR? This is the notice to file return under GSTR 3A. This is the late fees. So where is 11 GST 11 section might be here and there. No, it is might be some section might be there for the unique identity number GSTR 11.
Maybe it's given in the rules. Fine. So let's make a chart, guys. Let's make a chart now. So return filing form
and due dates. Return filing forms. Help me out, please. I have very bad memory. Forms and due dates. So what I'll do is theoretical due date as theoretical or practically. So theoretical and practical. And this is the particulars. See, and first is
इसमें ना बीच में कॉलम बना लेते हैं 4 कॉलम्स बनाते हैं that will be better particulars form number let's make form number just a second guys form number who is liable to file theoretically and government has extended or practically because the forms were really creating a lot of confusion for the people.
So government has now obviously has kept the old form return filing system on hold, and they have started a new form system for the last 2-3 years because the old forms required 3 returns to be filed monthly, 1, 2, 3, GSTR 1, 2, 3. That was 36 returns in a year along with the annual return. So that was 37 returns. And that was too cumbersome for a person every time sale purchase. Now government has modified the return filing system.
And the GSTR 1, who was liable to be filing GSTR 1? It doesn't say who is liable to file. They only say who is not liable to file GSTR 1. It was except, come on, tell me who is not liable to file GSTR 1? ISD. NRTP, composition dealer, and TDS and TCS. TDS and TCS. Now, what was the theoretical due date? Up to 10th of next month. This was a monthly return. Now, do you know what is the practical dates? Anyone? No, they have now. I think
up to 1.5 crores turnover of the last financial year. It has been made quarterly. Up to the end of the next quarter. For example, April, May, June. I'll give you the exact dates. By the 30th of June, July, August, September. By the 30th of September, if I'm not mistaken. And greater than 1.5 crore turnover, aggregate turnover, they have to file monthly and the date has been 11th of the next month. 11th of next month. So at least for small traders, the burden has been reduced from a monthly return filing to a quarterly return filing. Yes, to a quarterly return filing. Yes. So up to 1.5 crore turnover in the last financial year, they have to file quarterly by the end of the quarter. By end of quarter. End of quarter. So please ये लिख लीजिएगा so that आपको याद रहने में आसानी हो. उसके बाद एक्स्ट्रा चीजें करनी पड़ेंगी. पहले नॉर्मल डेट्स तो समझे. हाँ जी, GSTR1 who is not required to file ISD. Sorry guys. ISD, NRTP, composite dealer, TDS, TCS, and up to 10th of the next month. Fine. Next. This is form number who theoretically and practically. Theoretically means it's not the original system. What should I write? Theoretically means originally, not theoretically. यानी कि theoretically time limit अलग है, practical अलग है. How can that be possible? The original system and the present system, that will be the best system. Originally and present system, not practically. That will be the present system. Currently. So it has not been discontinued. Yes, my dear friends, it is still followed, but the dates are like this. So originally and currently. Next, second point, GSTR2. GSTR2. This was a sales return. You can write down sales return or supply return and outward supply return. Now GSTR2. This is the purchase return. Again, who's not required to file? ISD, NRTP, composite dealer, TCS deductor, and the TCS deductor. Yes, my dear lovely friends. Yes. Now, what is the due date as government had intended from 11 to 15th? From 11 to 15th.
If anything is not making sense to you, please inform me. But is it filed currently, and what is the time limit for filing GSTR2? Guys, my beautiful handsome guys. Arey? हाँ, it has been discontinued.
For the time being. It is not filed. Ultimately, what is the purpose of filing GSTR2, Baba? He's filed the sale return. You get the details, and if he doesn't upload his invoice, you can always inform. You can always mention it once you do all the correction and all. So what's the use? If I say supply, that is your purchase. So why to duplicate the effort? I'll file the supply, you will file the purchase. And you have the invoice, nah? That is good enough proof. Why issued the invoice to Rajendran? Rajendran, why would he file a purchase return? He has the invoice. He can always show later on if the government says. Now GSTR3. That was the monthly return. GSTR3. That is the monthly return. Acha. And who will not file the monthly return? Guys, who will not
The monthly return?
Same, sir.
Same, bilkul same. Very good. Who is not filed?
who is not filing 1, 2, 3? Who is not filing 1, 2? ISD, NRTP. My experience has been always concise the things and precise the things. Yes, unlimited information we cannot remember. That is the problem. So since my CA days, I used to make charts and flow charts and tables. You should also make in every subject. Next 2 months, if the things are very difficult for a particular subject or topic, please make the notes and cut it down to simple things. Now, what is the expected up to 20th of next month? 20th of next month. Guys, now this monthly return, yes, GSTR 3 has been discontinued. GSTR 3 is instead GSTR 3B is filed. Yes, instead GSTR 3B is filed. GSTR 3 is discontinued and 3B is filed. The dates of 3B, is it clear till now?
Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
चलो
sir.
चलो please come.
तो GSTR 3B की जगह 3B की जो डेट्स है ना, ये डेट्स आपको ये याद रखनी पड़ेंगी. Up to 31st March December 2019, it was 20th of the following month, all states, all cases. But now from January 20, government has done annual turnover of previous year of more than 5 crores. Annual turnover of previous year more than 5 crores. 20th of the following month, all states, all cases. So it is 20th of the following month, same date, form different. But annual turnover of previous year up to 5 crores. Then again it is monthly, 22nd and the 24th. 22nd and the 24th. For these states and for these states. 22nd and the 24th. So it is 20th, 22 and 24. 20th, 22 and 24. Yes, 20th, 22 and 24. Just a second, guys. 20th and 22 and 24. So it is to be filed by 20th, 20th, 22 and 24th of next month. So you can just refer to that. I don't think they will be asking the practical dates of which state and all, but you never know. So this you need to remember. What you can do is just on a easy manner. So this contains the union territories, all the Daman and Diu, Dadra Nagar Haveli, Lakshadweep. This will have Puducherry, Andaman, but Delhi is here, so you cannot remember it like this. So please make a way how to remember it. So Jammu Kashmir, Hajj, Musa, and you can just make. So J&K is here, Himachal is here, and our Arunachal is here. So out of the special, Hajj is here. Hajj is here. Fine. And Musa is there. Musa, that was M. Meghalaya. Meghalaya, where is Meghalaya? Meghalaya. Acha, Musa, Meghalaya is here. Or Uttarakhand. Uttarakhand is here. Mizoram, Meena, Mantri, Meena and Musa is all here, I suppose. Musa, Dusa, Pusa is all here. So Meghalaya, S and A for was Manipur, Nagaland, Mizoram, Tripura. So Meena is here. Meena is here. So all the special category states. Oh,
All the special category states are here. Meena and Musa. Meena, Musa, Hajj. So all the 11 special category states are here. Yes, you can remember like this. And thoda sa you can just do something on your own also. ठीक है? Will you be able to do it?
Yes, sir.
चलो. So
GSTR 3 का हो गया है 3B और ये इन लोगों को नहीं भरनी है, ISD NRTP. Now let's come to GSTR 4. Yes, my dear friends, let's come to GSTR 4. This was the fourth return. अच्छा, time limit we are writing. Yes, we are writing. GSTR 4 is a quarterly return, and this quarterly return is for my dear lovely friends, composite dealer. Who? Not for composite, we will not say not. It is for composition scheme. Both, whether the scheme is 10-1, yes, or 10-2A. Yes, composition scheme. Now, what is the theoretical time limit? It is 18th of the next quarter. My dear friends, 18th of next quarter. Now, 18th of the next quarter. Now, this GSTR 4, you will be surprised. Now what is the time?
Practical time limit, current time limit. You know that? Yes. Yearly. Yearly.
Now this has been done yearly, 30th April of the next financial year. See how much changes government has brought about to make it business friendly. Instead of 4, they are now made. Now they have made it quarterly, or they have made it yearly. See here. Composite supplier will file GSTR for 30th April of the next, but they have to pay taxes quarterly. Only one person is required to pay taxes quarterly. Even if your GSTR 1 is quarterly in case of 1.5 crores, but you have to pay taxes monthly. Only one person is allowed to pay quarterly, and that is 18th of the following month. So the original date of paying taxes is the same, but the original date of filing the return has been changed to 30th April, and they have to file a quarterly statement GST CMP 08. So the quarterly statement is this. Let me see, recording is going on. Yes, guys, recording is going on. So please make GSTR 4, but they have to pay taxes quarterly. So there they have to file a GST CMP 08, GST CMP 08 quarterly. This is a statement of the taxes which they have deposited. We can know quarterly by 18th of next month. 18th of next month. So quarterly by the 18th of the next month, they have to file GST CMP 08. Quarterly by 18th of next month. Is it clear to you? Please go through it. Just go through it. I'm opening my Farras. I also have Farras, little bit here and there. I also make Farras. चलिए next is GSTR 5. Yes guys, GSTR 5 पे आइएगा. GSTR 5. It is the return for whom?
NRTP, CTP. NRTP. And this is a monthly return. What is the time limit for filing GSTR 5? Time limit, tell me. 20th of the next month.
20th of next month.
Or, there's or also, na? Or 7th day, or up to 7th day from end of registration. 20th of next month or up to 7 days on it, whichever is earlier, na? Look at the time limit, please. Please look at the time limit. 20th of the next month or up to 7th day from the end of registration, whichever is earlier. एक बार time limit check करो भैया.
Yes.
And this is the practical time limit also for them. It is the same. There is no change. There is no change. Now
GSTR 6. GSTR 6. Hanji, it is to be filed by
ISD.
ISD.
ISD, Input Service Distributor. And this is by the 13th of the next month. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
13th of next month. इनकी डेट प्रैक्टिकली भी ये है और थियोरेटिकली भी यही थी. सेम. थर्टींथ ऑफ द नेक्स्ट फटाफट आ जाओ. GSTR 7
TDS.
TDS. हाँ जी, 10th of next month. 10th of next month.
And again it is same. 8th GSTR 8 TCS 10th of next month. It is the same, my dear friends, it is the same. Next, GSTR 9, that is your annual return. Now tell me who is not required to file
GSTR 9.
E-commerce operator से
Sorry. GSTR नहीं, ई कॉमर्स की कौन सी रिटर्न है?
8
अच्छा, TCS and TCS is same ना?
same yes sir
अच्छा, it is for the e-commerce. Just a second. E-commerce, ECO, and it is by what is the date? Look at the date of ECO. Look at the rules and look at the section. You'll get it. Find out in the rules what is the time limit. मिला नहीं आपको?
नहीं sir the limit of filing GST rate for claiming date नहीं दिखा sir
8 is monthly tax collection statement, 10th of the next month. It is again 10th of the next month. TCS payers who required to collect tax. हाँ जी, ECO, just a second guys, ये 7 जो थी ना, this is for the TDS deductor, and 8th contains the details of the supplies tax collected by ECO. Yes, 8th is for the ECO. Again it is just a second guys, just a second. TDS is 7, not TCS. TDS is 7 guys, please write it down. TDS is 7, इसमें confusion नहीं होनी चाहिए. TDS is 7 and the ECO, yes, who is required to collect tax at source. This is ECO for collecting tax at source. ECO plus this is under section 51, this is under section 52. Yes, my dear friends, this is for the ECO who is required to collect tax at source. For other ECOs, what will they do is, for other ECOs, हाँ, it is normal process. They are not required to file this special GSTR 8. So GSTR 8 is only for ECO which are like Flipkart and Amazon, which are required to collect the consideration and then they pay the consideration 10th of the next month. So there should be no confusion. 10th of the next month. 10th of the next month. हाँ जी, next is GSTR
9. GSTR 9, that is your annual return. Yes, annual return. This we call this annual return. This is annual return. Yes, my dear friends, this is your annual return. And who is not required to file GSTR 9? Yes, other than ISD, other than ISD, other than TDS, other than TCS, other than NRTP, other than CTP, casual taxable person. Yes, other than casual taxable person. Yes, and the composite dealer is also not required to file GSTR 9. And the composite dealer is also not required to file GSTR 9. But obviously he is required to file. He is required to file Yes, guys, he is required to file GSTR 9A. So should I write here also? Let me check the language of the theory. Just a second, guys. First, we need to go to GSTR 9. Just a second, guys, so that there is no confusion. Just a second. GSTR 9. Section 44. Casual. It says ISD 51, 52, CTP एंड NRTP. कॉम्पोजिट डीलर को यहाँ पर एक्सक्लूड नहीं किया हुआ, तो वो GSTR उनका 9A बना दिया इसलिए. तो यहाँ पर हम यहाँ पर एक्सक्लूड नहीं करेंगे. सो यहाँ पर बाय दी 31st December of next financial year, 31st December of next financial year, it is the same. However, practically I won't say it is the same. Sometimes it is extended also. So I won't say it is different for different financial years. Different for different financial years. Yes. ये चेक करना पड़ेगा कि प्रैक्टिकली अभी उन्होंने कौन सी डेट कर रखी है. 31 दिसंबर तक होती है. यस, 31 दिसंबर तक होती है, लेकिन उसको भी गवर्नमेंट ने डिफरेंट फाइनेंशियल ईयर्स के लिए एक्सटेंड कर रखा है. तो अभी तो लोगों की 18-19 की रिटने भी गवर्नमेंट ने एक्सटेंड कर दी थी. कभी मार्च है, कभी अप्रैल है, 2-2 साल भी, 1.5 साल भी टाइम लिमिट दे रही है गवर्नमेंट. तो वी आर नॉट सपोज टू रिमेंबर दिस. हाँ जी, GSTR, उसके बाद GSTR 9A. दिस इज एनुअल रिटर्न. Annual return for composite dealer. For composite dealer, annual return for composite dealer. Yes, whether you are under the 10-1 scheme or 10-2A scheme, 10-1A scheme or 10-2A scheme, and again time limit is the same, but practically it is again different. So we'll write do. We'll write do and we'll again write do here, or we can call it same. Just a second, guys. 31st December of next financial year, and it is again different for different financial year. Practically different for different financial year. ठीक है. Next, please guys write down. This is GSTR 9B. GSTR 9B. It is annual statement by e-commerce operator who is required to collect TCS. So it is annual statement. This we won't call a return. This is an annual statement. That's the reason. So who is not required to file annual returns? ISD is not required to file annual returns. No TDS deductor, no TCS deductor. We call it a statement. This we don't call a return. So that is the reason they are excluded. NRTP excluded. CTP is excluded. Composite dealer was required to file annual return. That's the reason they are not excluded. This is annual statement by we don't call it a return. TCS deductor under section 52. Again, the time limit is 31st December of next financial year. 31st December of next financial year. Again, it might be different for different financial years. We have to check. So we write different. Practically, we don't have to remember for different financial years. And last but not the least, GSTR 9C. Again, this is a reconciliation statement. This is a yes, my dear friends, reconciliation statement. Reconciliation statement. Yes, for audit persons. For audit persons. And the time limit is again, yes, 31st December of next financial year, and this has to be furnished with GSTR 9 or 9A. Along with 9 or 9A it is furnished. Yes, and again it might be different for different financial year. Just copy this. So GSTR 9A, 9B, 9C. 9B is an annual statement of TCS. We don't call it an annual return because they are not liable to file annual return. We call it annual statement. Only two people are liable to file annual return, 9 or 9A. Composite dealer and person other than this. So CTP will be only filing 1, 2, 3 and no 9. NRTP will be only filing, yes, NRTP will only be filing, yes, this GSTR 5, NRTP only 5. ISD will be only filing 6. TDS deductors only 7 and 8. They are not required to pass. Only a statement is required to be filed, and that too by 52. Now next is, this is your 9th point. Now 10th point. Yes, guys, 10th point.
GSTR 10. What is GSTR 10?
The final return.
Final return. This is for the people whose registration has been cancelled or they are shutting down the things. They have to file a annual return. Cancellation of registration. What is the time limit? What is the time limit, guys? 3 months from the date of cancellation, or 3 months from the order of cancellation. I think there's something effective date, some things you have to see. I just tell you. Cancellation of registration, that is GSTR 10, and that has to be filed. Just find out the time limit as per the rule. 3 months from the effective date of cancellation or something it is written. Just check it out.
Within 3 months of the date of cancellation or date of order of cancellation, whichever is later.
Fine. 3 months
From
date of just repeated. 3 months from date of
Cancellation.
cancellation
Order of cancellation.
or date of order of cancellation.
Whichever is later.
Whichever is later. And this is the same. It is the same. It is not changing. And lastly, for UIN people, GSTR 11. It is for my dear friends. It is for UIN, unique identity number. Example, embassies, embassies, don't look at the spelling. Diplomats. And what is the time limit for them? Is some time limit mentioned or no, not mentioned? Just look at the time limit. Go to the rules and find out the time limit. Find out the time limit. देखिए, no time limit specifically is mentioned ना. You have seen the rules also. Rules भी देख लिए.
Yes.
चलिए जी, एक बार ये चार्ट हो गया ना, तो हमारा जो मेजर काम था चैप्टर को फिनिश
हो गया. At least we come to know how many forms are there, what are the registration, what is the date of filing the forms of the return forms, and who has to file which forms. So the normal person, the composite dealer, will file which forms? Composite dealer will file which form? CMP 08 quarterly, GSTR 4 yearly, yes, GSTR 4 yearly, and a annual return in GSTR 9A, yes. So all you have to remember this quarterly statement of CM. So you can make yourself summaries out of this chart. कि composite dealer this plus this plus this, normal dealer 1 plus 3B है ना, plus GSTR 9 plus 9C for reconciliation statement, or in fact 9D for the 9C for the conciliation. A CTP will file this. So not by form wise, person wise, please make a table after the class is over. See, so I'm coming back to the chapter now. Now then you do this notice to file return defaulters. This notice is issued in 3A. See, where a registered person fails to furnish return 39, 44 or 45, you know, the final return, the late the annual return and the normal returns, notice shall be issued to furnish return within 15 days. See, small question can come within 15 days in the form GSTR 3A. Levy of late fees. Now let's see, any registered person who fails to furnish the details of outward supply, inward supply, or 39, 30, 45, by the due date shall pay a late fee of 100 rupees for every day during which the failure continues. 100 rupees per day. Maximum 5,000 rupees. And this is a fees under the CGST Act, and a similar fees will be there under the SGST Act. And you furnish the annual return late, it is 100 per day, subject to the maximum at 0.25% of turnover, and a similar fees will be levied under the SGST Act. Yes, but this has been reduced practically also, so we're not supposed to remember the practically. I think they have reduced it to 20 rupees per day, 10 rupees per day, whatever it is. A short note can come here. A short note, my dear friends, can come here. GSTN, yes. Who are GSTN practitioners? Let me see. The manner of approval of goods and service tax practitioner. These are the persons who will help you fulfill the responsibilities of the GST. Just like they are ITRP, income tax return professionals, preparers. Similarly, they were STRP, service tax return preparers under the service tax. But now service tax is no more there. So these are GST practitioners. So what you have to remember is the key things in this. So you have to, I think just 3 or 4 lines are there. Manner approval of GSTP, their eligibility condition, duties and obligation function shall be as prescribed. Can you find some rules for this? Please let me know. A registered person may authorize and approve GSTP to furnish the returns. Yes. Inward supplies returns, return under 39, return under 44 and return under 45 has to perform such functions as may be prescribed. So as per the rules, he will help you in fulfilling your responsibilities. Notwithstanding anything contained in subsection 2, the responsibility for correctness of any particulars furnished in the return, अगर डेटा गलत पाया गया in the return or other details filed by the GSTP shall continue to rest with a registered person on whom behalf such return are furnished. The responsibility for correct details will lie on the assessee and not on the GSTP, because he just helping you out. So goods and services tax practitioner are those people for whom government will give free training. Yes, they are, I think minimum charges if there are there. So government gives them free training and you get a certificate that you are GSTP. You are GST.